Hey! Hi guys, it's me, Danny from Enigma Rooms, and I'm here with you once again for another Friday night quiz. Oh! Yes, it's a Friday night quiz, but as always, you don't have to play it on a Friday, you don't have to play it at night, you can play it Tuesday in the daytime if you want to. For those joining us for the first time, it is a 50-question quiz spread across 5 different rounds. And it's just something fun, a bit silly. You know, there's quizzes out there. You've been on quizzes. If you found this channel based on quizzes, you know what quizzes are, so I don't need to ramble on. I'm going to go through the rounds with you. They are this week knowledge and trivia. We've got an entertainment round. We've got a round called Whose Beard Is This? We've got a round called Cats and Dogs. And we've got the Rebus Puzzle round, okay, which I'll explain them as we get closer to the time. Now, you don't need anything for this quiz. You can have a pen and paper if you want. You can write it down on your phone or your tablet or whatever. Or you could just shout your answers out at the screen. But I'm not going to respond because I am pre-recorded. Now, let's stop wasting time. Like and subscribe. Follow us on all the channels. The usual stuff. Are we ready for round 1? Boom! Yes, round 1, knowledge and trivia. Now, as I always say, sometimes I forget to say, but I'll say it now. You get roughly around 10 seconds to answer each question. So, ready for question 1 in your knowledge and trivia round. What is the only country in the world that is also a continent? What is the only country in the world that is also a continent? Starting off nice and easy there, I reckon. Got my cauldron behind me. Question number 2. What is the square root of 900? What is the square root of 900? Some of you are panicked now. Some of you are going, what is a square root? If you're saying what is a square, I think you should stop the quiz here. That's going to be trouble for you going forward, I reckon. Question number 3. Which English king signed the Magna Carta in 1215? So which English king put his signature on the Magna Carta in 1215? That was the year, not the time. It might be the time. He might have done it at quarter past 12, but it was the year 1215. Question number 4. Which gas makes up about 78% of the Earth's atmosphere? So which gas makes about 78% of the Earth's atmosphere? This atmosphere that we're in now. Drink it in, man! Question number 5. In 2021, the container ship known as Ever Given blocked a famous waterway. What was the name of that waterway? So in 2021, the container ship Ever Given blocked which major waterway? That caused chaos around the world. But a lot for us. Question number 6. Elaine Page on a Sunday is a BBC Radio 2 show that mainly plays songs from what? Elaine Page on a Sunday is a BBC Radio 2 show that mainly plays songs from what? And if you've never listened to it, it's worth listening to it just for Elaine Page's laugh alone, because it is the most infectious laughter I've ever heard. And it's on the radio every week, and it's hilarious. It just makes you laugh. Don't matter what she's saying, as long as she laughs at the end of it, it will make you laugh. Question number 7. Who painted the artwork known as Starry Night? So who painted the artwork known as Starry Night? Question number 8. The ancient city of Petra is located in which modern-day country? The ancient city of Petra, or the wonder of the world known as Petra, whichever way you want to say it. But Petra, it is located in which modern-day country? Or to rephrase the second half of that question, in which country? Oh, question number 9. In what century was the Eiffel Tower built? In what century was the Eiffel Tower built? That's that big thing in Blackpool, isn't it? That was a joke. Just in case there's people out there who don't know, I've got a weird sense of humour. Only I find funny. And question number 10. What is the collective noun for a group of wolves? Oh! What is the collective term for a group of wolves? There we go. That's the end of your knowledge and trivia round. Moving on now to our entertainment round. Now, our entertainment round could be films, TV shows, books, games, musicals, theatre, that sort of thing. So let's find out what we've got this week. Question number 1 in our entertainment round. We have which singer's real name is Robin Fenty? Which singer's real name is Robin Fenty? Question number 2. In which West End musical would you hear the song Don't Lose Your Head? And before you have a go at me, that is the correct spelling of the word your in this particular song, alright? I hate using text speak. I'm dyslexic, so it annoys me anyway, it confuses me. I use real words, but this song is called Don't Lose Your Head. So which West End musical has the song Don't Lose Your Head? Question number 3. There are 3 films that have won 11 Oscars up to today, okay? That's 2025. So there are 3 films that won 11 Oscars. Just name any of them films. There is a point for each, so you can have up to 3 guesses. Now, I always say with these, you can only guess a maximum of 3. If you guess like 6 or 7 films, you're not getting any points. That's cheating. You can only guess a maximum of 3. Okay, so 3 films that have won 11 Oscars up to today's date, which is, I don't know, what we're in now, May of 2025, generic number of May of 2025. But name them. There's 3 of them. You get 3 guesses. Point for each. Number 4. Which actor plays Superman in Man of Steel? I love this film, actually. I thought it was quite a good film. Which actor plays Superman in Man of Steel? Ooh. Question number 5. What was the name of the Muppets racing game released in the year 2000? Now, this was on PS1. I think it was on like... was it like... what was in 2001? It was definitely on PS1. I'm trying to think what console was that in 2000, year 2000. I want to say it was on like GameCube, but that was too early, wasn't it? GameCube came later. Dreamcast, maybe? Anyway, it was definitely on PS1. So what was the name of the Muppets game that was definitely on PS1 and possibly on other consoles as well that came out in the year 2000? And it was my childhood. I loved this game. I did all the secret missions in it, found all the Muppets, played it to 100%, and I even played there's an extra secret game in the main menu of the. It's a great game. You had to collect fruit and then you fire fish at people. It was a bit like Mario Kart, but anyway. I'm not saying it was a rip-off. I'm just saying it was better. Right, number 6. What was the title of Taylor Swift's debut album? Number 6, what was the title of Taylor Swift's debut album? Debut is a funny word, isn't it? It's spelled debut. Question number 7. Immature. Question number 7 is, which novelist created the detective Poirot? Which novelist created the detective Poirot? Sunday, ITV3, every week. Still on. Question number 8. In the TV show Friends, What is the name of Ross's second wife? So in the TV show Friends, what is the name of Ross's second wife? Question number 9. Which rock band released the album OK Computer? Question number 9. Which band released the album OK Computer? And question number 10. What was the name of the short-lived X Factor musical? I believe it was written by Sir Harry of Hill. But what was the name of the short-lived X Factor musical? There we go. Entertainment round over and done. Now on to my next round, guys. Now this round is suggested by Connor O'Hara as a dedicated to his brother-in-law Steve, who has a fantastic beard. We agreed this. He has a fantastic beard. Now Connor suggested that we do a round based on beards as a dedication to his brother-in-law Stephen. Seems though Stephen has never won the quiz against Connor, he thought he'd give him a little something back. So here we go. Basically, I'm going to show you 10 pictures of famous beards. All you got to do is tell me whose beard it is. Nice and easy, isn't it? So, question number 1 in the beardy weirdy weirdy round. Whose beard is this? Whose beard is that? Question number 2. Beard number 2. Whose is that? Ooh, number 3. Bosh. Number 4. Bosh. It's all the same question. Whose is that beard? Question number 5. Wash. Number 6, same question. Whose is that beard? If these beards are from films, I will give you the point if you can tell me the character's name. As in if you can't remember the actor's name and you say, oh, it's so and so's name and the character is so and so, I'll still give you the point because I'm nice like that. If you want to argue amongst yourselves, that's up to you, but I would give you the point. Question number, what are we on now? I forgot. 7, I think. Question number 7. It's so hard when I just say numbers. I think this is number 7. Number 8. Question number 9. Beard number 9. And beard number 10. Woo. And just in case I missed out a number, this is the next beard. So they'll still be in order in the answers. This is the next beard. If I didn't remember a number, let's move on. So, on to our next round that is called Catdog, Catdog, alone in the world as a little cat dog. Do you remember that cartoon called Catdog? That was an amazing cartoon. The 90s had some amazing cartoons. They had some rubbish, but oh, amazing. Anyway, this round's called Catdog. Now, the idea behind this round is that all the questions are based on cats and dogs. That's it. That's it. The answers might be cats and dogs based. There'll be TV, film, generic breeds and things like that. So it's just a general knowledge question where all the questions are based around cats and dogs. Nice and easy. Let's get on with it. Question number 1. Which breed of cat is famously hairless? Which breed of cat is famously hairless? Are they famously hairless? I mean, they are. People know that they're hairless. I don't know if it's famously. I don't know if that's the right word. Known to be. Who cares? You know what I mean. Number 2. In which TV show is there a cat named Salem? I'll add a little bit extra to that question. In a 90s TV show, which 90s TV show is there a cat named Salem? Because I've not done my full research and I don't know if there's a new up-to-date show with a cat named Salem. So I'm going to go back and say 90s TV show. Question number 3. What is the name of the dog that is in The Wizard of Oz? I was once in The Wizard of Oz. I played the Scarecrow. You didn't ask, but I'm telling you anyway. What is the name of the dog that is in The Wizard of Oz? As in the character, not the actor. I don't know what the actor's... I mean, it'll probably tell me on the internet somewhere. IMDb will probably have that information. The dog was played by a such and such called Shane. I don't know. But no, yeah. Number 4. What breed of dog is Scooby-Doo? What breed of dog is Scooby-Doo? I've got a great Scooby-Doo joke, which I'll tell you in the answers, if I remember. If I don't, well, I won't. Question number 5. What famous cat has been voiced by Scott Beach, Bill Murray, and Chris Pratt, to name a few? So what famous cat has been voiced by Scott Beach, Bill Murray, and Chris Pratt? Or if you don't know who them people are, name a famous cat. Question number 6. What was the name of Dr. Evil's cat in the Austin Powers franchise? That's him stroking it, by the way. What was the name of Dr. Evil's cat in the Austin Powers franchise? Question number 7. In the UK, that's where we're from, which breed of dog is most commonly used as a police dog? So in the UK, what breed of dog is most commonly used as a police dog? And I'm talking about them dogs that go in there and bite the bumhole out of the criminal. I'm not talking about these sniffer dogs, the grassers. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the brutal attacking ones. So you put Chihuahua, it's wrong, isn't it? Question number 8. Which animated film features the characters Duchess, Thomas O'Malley, and Toulouse? So which animated feature film features the characters Duchess, Thomas O'Malley, and Toulouse? Question number 9. Which former supermarket chain had a Scotty dog as part of its branding? Missed this shop. Great shop. Which supermarket chain or former supermarket chain had a Scotty dog as part of its branding? And finally, question number 10 for your Catdog round. Which pantomime character usually has a cat as their sidekick? So which pantomime character usually has a cat as their sidekick? There we go! That is your Catdog round. On to our Rebus puzzle round now. So this is a little bit like, Rebus is the name of the type of puzzle that we're going to show here. It's a little bit like catchphrase in the fact that you say what you see. Now I believe, I'll just double check, I believe they're all phrases. Yeah, they're all phrases this week. Yeah, they're all phrases, or, well, whatever. All rough phrases, right? Here's an example for you. So we've got this one here that's got the words get it, but the words get it is written 4 times, which would make it for get it, okay? That would be the answer. So it's that sort of thing. Say what you see, just don't overthink it too much. That will just say it out loud. Say out loud what you think, what you're seeing, and I promise you, 9 times out of 10 you'll get to the right answer. So question number 1 in our Rebus round is this one. Just say what you see. Say what you see. Grandfather the clock, he knows the answer. How did you know that? Alright, actually. Question number 2. What is this one? Say what you see. Nice and cool. Say what you see, guys, for number 3. All makes sense when you get the answer. Number 4. Question number 5. Number 6, get it up there we go. Question number 7. Followed shortly by question number 8. And of course, that is most frequently followed by question number 9. And other than very rare occasions, that is of course followed by number 10. There we go, guys. That is your quiz for this week. Yes, I'll go through the answers quite shortly, as I always do. I just want to give a little plug out to ourselves. Please follow us on any social media channels that you have. TikTok's doing well at the minute. We're getting some daft. In fact, I posted a daft little video about me putting all my eggs in one basket the other day on TikTok. Have a look at that. I've got footage of me opening up Hull. I went to work in Enigma Rooms Hull the other day as well. So yeah, get on that for us. Anything else, thank you as always for joining us. Thank you very much for leaving your comments. It is appreciated. Some of you struggled last week. I think some of you struggled a little bit. Some of you did guesswork. You guessed the answers and you guessed them right, which is always amazing. But thank you as always for playing. I love you lots and I appreciate it. I haven't really got a story this week either, so I'll just move on to the answers, shall I? Yes, let's move on to the answers. Woo! Guys, I'm just going to fire through these as quick as I can, okay? If you want to slow me down with the playback speed on YouTube, or if you just want to pause me or something like that so you can tick, cross, or whatever you need to do. Argue if you need. But here we go. Round 1, question 1 is your knowledge and trivia. The only country that is also a continent is, of course, Australia. The square root of 900 is 30. Which English king signed the Magna Carta in 1215 at 12:15? I don't know if that's true. That is King John. Which gas makes up about 78% of the Earth's atmosphere? That is nitrogen. So the facts and figures are 78% nitrogen, oxygen is only 21%, and we've got roughly about a 0.% of argon. Argon. Who's argon? That's it. You know what I meant. Anyway, Them figures don't really add up, do they? Yeah, there's a because it says 0.9 on there, right? So there's a point missing somewhere. So I think it's in the. Oh, it's got to be oxygen. Isn't it? Got to be 21.1 for oxygen. Anyway, who cares? In 2021, the container ship called Ever Given blocked the Suez Canal. Elaine Page on a Sunday, she usually plays musicals, songs from musicals. So well done if you got that. And if you, again, listen. In fact, you could probably YouTube Elaine Page's laugh because it is hilarious. It makes you laugh. The person who painted the Starry Night is, of course, Vincent van Gogh. The ancient city of Petra is located in Jordan. The Eiffel Tower was built in around 1887 to 1889, which makes it the 19th century. And the collective noun for a group of wolves, nice and easily, should be a pack. So well done if you got your answers right in there. Moving on to your entertainment round. Dush, dush, dush. So the real name of, the artist with the name Robin Fenty is the real name of Rihanna. Under my umbrella. In which West End musical would you find the incorrectly spelt song Don't Lose Your Head? That is the musical called Six. Now, this musical is about Henry VIII's wives, and it's a bit like a pop concert, apparently. I've never seen it. It doesn't sound like my sort of thing. I'm not into pop concerts. I like classic musicals, like your Calamity Jane and your Oklahoma and your Book of Mormon. You know, real classics. There are 3 films that have won 11 Oscars, and they are The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, Titanic, and Ben-Hur. So 3 points available there. If you got all 3 of them, fantastic. Remember, if you've guessed more than 3, that's cheating. You don't get any points. I'm going to take them points off you. Which actor plays Superman in The Man of Steel? It was Henry Cavill. What was the name of the Muppets game? Oh, it was called Muppets Race Mania, and it was that was the main theme song, and it went through all the films from like Christmas Carol to the Treasure Island one to it went through. It was amazing, a really good game, and I want to play it. In fact, I'm gonna after this quiz. And well, in fact, when I get home, because I'm at work, but when I get home, I'm going to play it because it's a great game. What's the title of Taylor Swift's debut album? Well, I told you the answer. It was Taylor Swift. Absolutely. Humble. Name your first album after yourself. People will know who you are then. Which novelist created the detective Poirot? That was Agatha Christie. Of course it was. And in Friends, Ross's second wife was called Emily, although you'd like to take the Rachel. Which rock band released the album OK Computer? Radiohead is the answer to that one. And the short-lived X Factor musical was called, appropriately, I Can't Sing. I think it was on at the Palladium, and it did not do well, and it did not last long. I think it lasted weeks, if not days. Whose is the beard? Thank you again to Connor O'Hara, and shout out to brother-in-law Stephen for this round. So, the first beard here is Johnny Depp, aka Captain Jack Sparrow. Beard number 2 is Gandalf, aka Ian McKellen, Sir Ian McKellen. And I've met this guy, and I've got to say, proper down to earth. Really nice guy. Really nice guy. This one's got 2 answers. This is Santa Claus or Scott Calvin, but that is, of course, Tim Allen in the film Santa Claus. This one from history, Mr. Abraham Lincoln. There we go. I mean, we should all... I think the beard is now called the Abraham or the Abe or something, isn't it? This is Obi-Wan Kenobi, also known as Ewan McGregor. This one here is David Beckham. This one here, I don't know if you fell for it. Chewbacca. I know technically he is all beard, but I thought it was funny to throw him in, so there you go. Robbie Coltrane plays Hagrid in this beard. And the man with a voice that sounds as rough as his beard, Mr. Brian Blessed! I was in a panto with Brian Blessed's voice. He played the giant in my first ever professional panto, Jack and the Beanstalk. And there's a line in it where he had to say, I like to sit on people. But instead of the s sound on sit, he said shh on, and yeah, kids panto. We were all worried, but it got a laugh. And finally, this one here is Mr. Tom Hanks, and that is in the film Castaway. So well done if you got those, guys. Nice little round there. And I hope we had fun. Sorry Stephen wasn't one of the answers, but I didn't think enough people would recognise his beard from an image. And I don't have a picture of his beard. Okay, moving on to Catdog. Catdog, alone in the world is a little Catdog. And also, I've just realised that also sounds like, can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? That's also a great video, viral video. Get that online, it's funny. Okay, so the breed of cat famous for being hairless is the Sphinx cat. The TV show where they had a cat named Salem was, of course, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. What's the name of the dog in The Wizard of Oz? That is, of course, Toto. What's the line? I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, Toto. That one. The breed of dog known as Scooby-Doo, that is the Great Dane. Now, Fred of the Mystery Machine team, they are doing a quiz, and they're asking questions to each other. And Fred asks Shaggy a question, and he says, Shaggy, this question's for you. Can you name a grey African animal with a horn? And Scooby says, Rhino! And Fred says, I know you know, Scooby, but I'm not asking you, I'm asking Shaggy. Comedy. What was the famous cat there, voiced by Scott Beach, Bill Murray, Chris Pratt, to name a few? That was, of course, Garfield, also known as one of Bill Murray's biggest regrets. What was the name of Dr. Evil's cat in in the Austin Powers franchise? That was Mr. Bigglesworth. Come, Mr. Bigglesworth. Who also lost all his hair, and he went from a normal cat to a tabby cat to a Sphinx cat. Question number one. In the UK, what breed of dog is most commonly used as a police dog? That is an Alsatian, also known as a German Shepherd. Which animated film features the characters Duchess, Thomas O'Malley, and Toulouse? That is the Aristocats. Which supermarket chain had a Scotty dog as part of its branding? That was, of course, Netto. Remember the bitty with a yellow background, black silhouette of a dog holding a basket. Netto, the inventors of the middle aisle, and like Aldi and Lidl and places like that bow down to the king. That is Netto. And finally, which pantomime character usually has a cat as their sidekick? It is Dick Whittington. Of course it is Dick Whittington. Turn again, Whittington. And finally, your Rebus puzzle round. Here we go. So the first one is once in a lifetime, because there's lots of ones in the word lifetime. The second one, that is a picture of the world, and the word trip is spelt around the edge there. So that is trip around the world. Number two, this is the alphabet, but it's missing one letter. For them eagle-eyed viewers, I did give you a little bit more time to do this. It's missing the letter U, which would make this whole thing saying missing you or miss you. Either one of them will do fine. The word Jack is in a box. Nice and easy, Jack in a box. There we go. This one might be a little bit more trickier. This is the word knee, and it's on two-word lights. So it's neon lights, neon lights. Don't be disappointed in me, just enjoy it. This one is the word economy. That starts off small and gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Yes, it is a growing economy. Well done there. This is the word good afternoon, because the word good is written after the word noon, so it's good afternoon. Just don't hurt me. This is this phrase is no one to blame. At the top there, you've got 0, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no one. And then there's two words underneath, and they both say blame. Two blames. So no one to blame. No one to blame. This one is no I in team. As you can see, there's plenty of I's in all them other words, but there's no I in team. And this one is the word decision. That's been split in two. Yes, it's a split decision. I wonder if that is happening right now in your household as you are tallying up your scores. But I hope you had fun. Thanks again for joining us, guys. I really appreciate it. I'll see you again next week for another Friday night quiz. I've been Danny from Enigma Rooms. Ta-ta for now.